Good evening everybody and welcome to the 2021's British Racing and Sports Car Club's first ever Virtual Championship Awards. I'm Scott Woodwiss.
And I'm Andy McEwan.
And you join us here at our magnificent venue for tonight's festivities, the incredible Silverstone Interactive Museum. A very big thank you to Silverstone for providing the venue, and over the course of the awards we'll be taking you on a tour of some of the main attractions that this fantastic petrolhead paradise has to offer. Oh, thank you very much. Not bad.
Now, obviously this is a very serious work event following all the recommended guidelines, so with that in mind, feel free to pour yourself a glass and enjoy the evening with us.
Cheers. It's not bad, that.
No.
Wish we had some cheese, though. Anyway, in a short moment, we'll be joined by BRSCC Chairman and Formula Ford extraordinaire, Peter Daly, to officially welcome you all to tonight's festivities. But first, we'll be also showing you some of the best and worst action from the 2021 season across the vast portfolio of some 30 championships and series from all levels of motorsport. So, sit back and relax and check out some of the action from the 2021 BRSCC season.
Watching for the lights, they are on.
And we are racing. Right, leaders coming through at the end of lap one. The Clavens has gone round, the tyres go flying. Tapped it around, they both go!
Now looking up the inside goes Tony Hunter.
A 12-minute race gets underway now with a rolling start. Wide on the grass goes Paul Kinsey. There's Bryce Aaron in fourth though.
Oh, contact at the 145 car.
But there's the checkered flag.
So, to kick things off, let's cross over to the chairman himself, Peter Daly, who finds himself in a rather familiar setting, the museum's race control display.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to our awards presentations, recognising our BRSCC champions from the 2021 season. So I find myself on another Zoom call in familiar surroundings. Well, nearly. This race control is actually a mock-up at the Silverstone Interactive Museum. But we do not want to be complacent. As we do not need reminding, the last two seasons have been disrupted by the ongoing global pandemic. In January this year, the BRSCC had to make the decision to cancel the normal awards dinner, and that was based on the information that was available at the time. I want to extend my gratitude to the team at Silverstone Interactive Museum, who have allowed us exclusive access to bring you the awards presentations from this great venue. Please note, we have brokered a deal, and through the BRSCC, you can book your tickets discounted to visit this amazing museum. So with a special rate for your entry tickets, check out brscc.co.uk to book your tickets online. Thank you to our many club, championship and event sponsors. In 2021, we had a new safety car provided by Run Your Fleet, a deal that was brokered by Trevor Parry, our Midland Centre chairman and also a director of the club. We are very appreciative of the ongoing support from our tyre partners, and this includes Avon, Goodyear and Nankang. And of course, the long-term supporter is Clapham North MOT and George Grant. Thank you, George, for your ongoing support. In 2021, we celebrated the running of the 50th Formula Ford Festival, a great occasion, and it reignited the passion that many of the sports grandees had for that category. Well, here we are at the start of a new year. 2021 seems to have flown by. For the BRSCC as a members club, we have faced many challenges throughout the last 2 years. It is a task for the staff at the office every day to work to ensure that we can deliver racing where we can, when the competitors want it, and of course at the right price. I would like to thank Paul McEwan, our Chief Operating Officer, and the staff at HQ for all their hard work. And this includes the team of Luke, Sophia, Chloe, Scott and Antoine, as well as the help from Mandy Andrew and Greg Graham, who offer their help weekly and monthly and at all the events. Also, thank you to the Board of Directors, and especially Noel Taylor and Glyn Lee, who give up their time to engage with the day-to-day running of the club. 2022 is hotting up to be a great year. Our championships all require the skills, the enthusiasm, the wide shoulders, together with the empathy that our coordinators deliver. So thank you to that team of special people for keeping our competitors informed, enthused and happy when you can. Our coordinators, our staff, our directors, thank you. I would also like to thank the teams of officials who give up their weekends to clerk the various race meetings. Our teams who run the race control communications, they report on track limits, our race day secretaries who keep everything in order, and of course I'd like to thank the various centres with their committees who spend the evenings arranging for the necessary facilities and people to take place. Of course all of that is done on Zoom nowadays. And of course the marshals, they are at every event through rain and shine, ready to give the competitor a helping hand when in need. I'll sum up by saying thank you for supporting motorsport, the BRSCC, and whether as a marshal, a driver, a supporter, a volunteer official or a spectator, keep doing it through 2022. We need you. So enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm off to my next Zoom meeting. Have a great night. Thank you.
Is he allowed to do that?
He's the chairman, he can do what he wants. So, as you can see, the museum is naturally home to an array of glorious race cars, each with their own history of racing here at Silverstone. Cars such as this Austin Healey Sprite and this 1966 Brabham BT20, driven by the man himself, the late great Sir Jack Brabham, who would go on to win the World Championship that year. So let's dive into our first set of awards, starting with the excellent ETSL STXR Challenge. 2021 saw an incredible upturn in growth for the championship, led by their ever-dedicated coordinator, Dave Fairclough, with amazing support from a loyal paddock and strong, consistent grid numbers.
We're underway for the STXR Challenge. Robinson off the road, but Chris Grimes the race leader. Chris Grimes off the road at the chicane.
And it's Heath that gets by far the better start. Not a good one at all for our double race winner. Michael Heath is very wide at the gooseneck. He's too wide, that's going to lose him the lead. Oh, Owen's in the middle of the road already. Oh dear, mistake made there by Fernand. And Chris Jones is going to come through to take the opening victory of the year.
Now, there are 8 trophies to award in this championship, so let's get straight to it. In Class D, our champion was Jason Hennifer. And in Class C, the championship went to John Spencer.
Over in Class A, our top 3 was Paul Green in 3rd place, Alex Causa took the 2nd place, and our champion for Class A was Simon Robinson. Congratulations to Simon.
Now, our overall 2021 podium, in 3rd place was Lee Bowron, who is used to strong campaigns. In 2nd place was regular championship contender Michael Blackburn. And finally, our champion was Chris Jones, who takes the crown in 2021. Congratulations, Chris. Now, one of the most special cars on display here at the museum is this, the 1992 Williams-Renault FW14B that took Nigel Mansell to the Formula One World Championship ahead of his arch-rival Ayrton Senna. Now, both Nigel and Ayrton were 2 of countless top-level drivers who plied their craft in the early stages of their careers in Formula Ford. And, appropriately, that's where we're heading for our next set of awards.
First off, we turn to the Avon Tyres Northern and Super Classic Formula Ford Championship, where there were no fewer than 15 trophy winners to announce. So, let's dive straight in.
Red lights are on. We're racing at Anglesey. Here is our Super Classic cars. What has happened to John Murphy? Oh, that's where John Murphy stopped on the last lap.
First of all, in Super Classic D, the 3rd place went to Phil Nelson, 2nd place went to Simon Hadfield, and the Super Classic D champion for 2021 was Ian Fernerhuff. In Super Classic C, Jordan Harrison took the 3rd place, while Ian Wood finished in 2nd, and our Super Classic C champion was Ben Hadfield.
Now, in Super Classic B, the top 3 were Richard Ketterman in 3rd place, Juicy Brucey in 2nd, and Nick Barnes took the Super Classic B championship. In Super Classic A, meanwhile, 3rd place went to John Murphy, 2nd to Neil Hunt, and the Super Classic A 2021 champion was Paul Mason.
Finally, in Class P, David MacArthur took third place, Nigel Dolan took the runner-up spot, and our 2021 Class P champion was Jack Wolfenden. Congratulations to Jack on your strong campaign. And before we move on, a big thank you has to go to coordinator Ian Smith for all of his hard work and efforts to ensure the grids were healthy and exciting throughout 2021.
Now, our other set of Formula Ford awards are for the Avon Tyres National Formula Ford Championship, which, as ever, saw some incredible competition all season long and a three-way championship fight for the Pro Class title that went right down to the final rounds of the year at Snetterton.
He was thick, he's gone down the inside of two cars into Brooklands.
What's the third? It's sideways, Rexon and Cooper. Off the road, off goes Joey Foster. Been collected by Colin Queen.
So that's the end of the race, and it's Chris Middlehurst that wins it.
To help us announce the trophy winners, we are delighted to introduce a very special guest. Please welcome the 1980 Formula Ford Festival winner, Formula One podium finisher, and I believe best mate of competitions coordinator Luke Souch, the ever-charming Mr. Roberto Moreno.
Hello, my friends from the BRSCC. Thank you so much for having me. Well done to everyone who took part in another brilliant Formula Ford season. It was great to meet some of you at the Formula Ford Festival in 2021 and seeing so many talented drivers. 2021 was, as always, incredibly competitive, with the National Formula Ford Championship being decided at the very last race of the season. First of all, let's congratulate the three rookie winners who impressed us all for their first ever Formula Ford season. In third place, we had Colin Quinn, who came from the USA to race a full season. In second place was Lucas Romanak, with some strong showings in his James Oldfield prepared car. Our novice champion was Tom Mills, who really took the championship by storm and takes the crown despite missing out on the first round. In the clubman's class, our champion was seasoned Formula Ford racer Ben Tinkler. Congratulations, Ben. Now for the overall championship. In third place overall was another US-based driver, Max Esterson. Max was often found on the podium this season. We will remember his amazing weekend at Silverstone, where he took 2 race wins. In second place was Alex Walker, who led the championship most of the season and won an impressive 8 races. But our big congratulations must go to our 2021 National Formula Ford champion, Chris Middlehurst. After many seasons racing Formula Ford, Chris finally becomes national champion. Congratulations, Chris. Thank you, my friends from the BRSCC, for having me. I look forward for another great season in Formula Ford and hopefully see you soon, perhaps racing again at the Formula Ford Festival at the end of the year. And if I do that, we can have a pint using my 1980 Formula Ford Festival winning cup. Cheers, fellas.
It's not just historic race cars that you can find here at the museum either, as these 2 modern Formula One machines clearly demonstrate. They include the fabulous Aston Martin, driven by former world champion Sebastian Vettel in 2021, amidst a season like no other, which saw Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen take the title fight right down to the very last lap of the year. It was an incredible season, certainly one for the history books.
Got that right. And a similar but much less dramatic scenario played out in both of the BRSCC's incredibly competitive championships for Ford Fiestas. And that's where we come to our next set of awards. First of all, the senior level Fiesta Championship, which was given a shot in the arm in 2021 by the new turbocharged ST240 class and provided superb saloon car action right to the end. More on them in a moment, but first we start with the evergreen ST150 class.
Yeah, we indeed had a mega season in the ST150 class, and in third place was Marlo Cordell, who had a remarkable debut season. In second was Fiesta Junior graduate Brian E. Davies, but our 2021 champion after a very strong and consistent season was Ethan Rogers. Congratulations, Ethan.
Moving on to the turbocharged ST240, its first season as a standalone class. In third place was Alistair Kellett, who had a superb season coming over from Ireland to take part. In second was Luke Pinder, who fought until the very end to try and win the championship. But our 2021 champion was Rob Smith, who had a remarkable campaign and takes the inaugural ST240 crown. Congratulations, Rob.
Now we come to the incredible BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship, which has continued to go from strength to strength over the last couple of seasons, in no small part thanks to the tireless efforts of coordinator turned racing driver Laura Payne and the incredible support of everyone within the paddock. 2021 produced another excellent class of drivers, and to announce our top three for this championship, we're pleased to welcome British Touring Car Championship race winner and title contender Josh Cook to do the honours.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. The 2021 season was another great one, but a huge thanks to the BRSCC, the circuits and the marshals for allowing us to go racing at such a difficult time. Cooksport have been tasked with developing the new 2022 junior race car, and we're using Mark 7 Fiesta. I'm really pleased to say that testing is going really well. The development is coming on leaps and bounds, so we're really looking forward to getting that car out on the grid in 2022. We're really excited to announce our junior support program to help young drivers get on the grid, with Cooksport helping cover the entry fees for all cars entered in 2022. Now, down to business. The 2021 championship. In third place was ultra consistent as Sid Smith. In second place, James Wallace, who really grew into the season and took a win at the penultimate round at Donington Park. In first was Jensen Brickley, who took 4 wins, 8 podiums with a mega season. So huge well done. That's it from me. So huge thanks for having me, and everybody enjoy your evening.
Many of the cars that you'll find here at the Silverstone Museum represent the very pinnacle of motorsport on a number of levels throughout the years. Two great examples from the glory days are this Lotus 88, the twin chassis F1 car that was banned despite its ingenuity, and this glorious Lola T70 Mark IIIB, a legendary British sports car which took on the might of Porsche and Ferrari back in the heydays of the 1960s and the 1970s. They competed at the highest level of the sport, a fitting segue to our next few championships, which represent the very top of the BRSCC's racing portfolio. We start with single-seaters and the young future stars of the F4 British Championship, certified by FIA, and sadly for the final time in 2021, powered by Ford EcoBoost. It may have been the last season backed by the Blue Oval, but it produced another memorable campaign with 4 drivers fighting for the title in the final weekend. But in the end, it came down to these 3 youngsters. In third place was Mackenzie Cresswell. In second place, and coming all the way from Peru, was Matthias Zagazeta. But our 2021 British F4 champion was Matthew Rees. Very well deserved. Staying with single-seaters, we turn to the ever-sensational W Series, which completed its second season after a forced hiatus in 2020. This championship continues to highlight some of the finest women racing drivers from around the globe, and 2021 gave them the platform to showcase their talents on the world stage in the prestigious F1 paddock, something that will thankfully continue again in 2022. After a constant back and forth at the top of the points, this was the final top three. Finland's Emma Kymäläinen took a victory on her way to third place in 2021, while Alice Powell finished a place higher than in 2019, taking the second place spot on this occasion. But our now two-time champion for W Series is Jamie Chadwick, who remains the driver to beat in an increasingly competitive championship. Many congratulations, ladies. Job well done.
Well, congratulations to Jamie Chadwick on her second W Series title, a phenomenal achievement. Up next, we move across to the world of endurance racing, starting with a championship very near to my heart, the Fun Cup Endurance Championship. 2021 saw a step forwards in the championship's profile as Fun Cup broke into the world of live streaming for the first time, with many of their rounds featured in the club's extensive live coverage. This helped to showcase Fun Cup to a brand new audience and prove just how exciting long-distance club racing can be, especially in races where the action was constant from start to finish. Third place this year were Dispatch Bay Express's Andy Bicknell and Harry Mailer. Second place was Team Make Happen Racing with Greg Evans, Steve Walton, Neil Burrows and Mark Owens sharing the driving duties. The winning team once again though was Team Uvio Hoffman's Lotus, with Fun Cup regulars Farchini and Fabio in their inimitable style taking the championship once more. Our fourth and final high-profile series of the night is the Intelligent Money British GT Championship, quickly growing a reputation as one of the finest and most competitive national GT championships in the world. With a grid that consistently features a mix of the best GT racing talent found within both the UK and across Europe, it's no wonder that top teams and drivers continue to make a beeline to compete in British GT year on year in both the GT3 and GT4 classes.
The thunder roars as they head towards Cops Corner. Oh, sideways to Lamkin around.
Well, the inside line looks Chris Salkeld then.
Till he gets into the side of the Toyota, off goes John Ferguson. But then right down at the bottom of the hill at the old hairpin. Oh, already Richard Neary into the back of Ian Loggy. What a battle between the Barwell teammates.
In the GT4 category, James Kell and Jordan Collard achieved third place this year. The second place was taken by Matt Cowley and Will Moore, whilst the GT4 championship was won by Gus Burton and Will Burns, who dominated the GT4 field. In GT3 though, Adam Ballon and Sandy Mitchell took third place, while Ian Loggy and Yelmer Berman's Ram Racing Mercedes finished in second. Our 2021 British GT champions were Leo Machitsky and Dennis Lind in their Barwell Motorsport Lamborghini.
Congratulations to all of our British GT champions, and I know that Andy will certainly back me up by saying 2022 is looking like another amazing year for British GT. Time for two more exceptional saloon car championships, and could there be a more appropriate place to arrive at within the museum than here between this pair of tin top greats? On one side, the infamous Volvo 850 Estate Super Tourer, which made a memorable BTCC debut in 1994, driven by Ricard Rydell and Jan Lammers. On the other, this beautiful little Triumph Dolomite Sprint, as driven by four-time BTCC champion and all-round legend Andy Rouse to his first title back in 1975.
Now, someone else who has already taken 4 titles before 2021 was the winner of our next championship, the Nankang Tyre BMW Compact Cup, which never fails to put on an exhibition of close, exciting and intense tin-top racing, with the previous 12 months being no exception. First of all, our 2021 Masters champion was Paul Maguire. Congratulations, Paul. In third place overall was Ben Huntley. Second place went to Mikey Doble, and in first place, winning his 5th title, was Stephen Daly. Congratulations, Stephen.
Hi everybody. Just like to say a massive thank you to the BRSCC and the Lamkin Tyres BMW Compact Cup for the amazing piece of silverware this year. Absolutely fantastic to add to the collection. The last 6 years within the championship have been amazing. You guys have really took me on board and supported me 100%, so can't really thank you guys enough for that. Also to the KC Motorsport team for being by my side for the last 8 years really. We started in Scotland, won the Scottish Championship and then travelled in England in pursuit of the championship. So I mean, to win that 5 times has been amazing. The guys have done a fantastic job keeping on top of the car 110%, so a piece of this goes out to them, because without them it just wouldn't have happened. So congratulations guys, with an additional thanks to my friends and family who have supported me throughout my whole racing career. It's without you guys amazing. Just making sure I'm at the top of my game, which I have relentlessly. So thank you all for your support and help, and of course the sponsors, which have without the sponsors, I mean, it just doesn't happen. So big thank you to the sponsors that I've had throughout my career, and hopefully we can go on to something special in the future. So I just wish you all a good night, and thank you very much again. Cheers.
Did you get a word of that, Scott? I didn't.
I didn't either, but thankfully we had the subtitles, which is always a great help. So anyway, next up, a championship that made its full season debut in 2021 to much fanfare, and with good reason. When you manage a 38-car grid for your first race weekend as a championship, that alone shows just how popular the Lamkin Tyres City Car Cup became in such a short space of time. The quality of the field and the intensity of the racing matched its incredible levels of interest. While there were plenty of rough and tumble to begin with, the field became accustomed to the nature of racing and standards continued to improve, ensuring all of last year's rookies that returned for 2022 come back as much more refined drivers.
To help us present the 2021 awards for this championship, we've roped in a couple of guys who know all about building one of these cars. Not only did they build one themselves during 2020, but they also went on to win a race in it at Silverstone that same year. So here's YouTube superstars Nick and Richard from Bad Obsession Motorsport to talk us through tonight's City Car Trophy winners.
Good evening everyone, and thank you for having us. Firstly, a big well done to everyone who took part in the first full season of the City Car Cup. We know firsthand that the championship and these cars have a lot to offer. We certainly had a lot of fun building and racing one while we tested the recipe.
And the regs.
And Greg's patience.
What was even more fun was getting to meet some of the multitude that had turned up for the first round. And although a lot of you were blaming us for being there, I'm going to take that as a result.
Talking of results, we haven't got all night, so let's announce some. We'll start with the 3 novice winners. In third place in the novices, we had Andrew Dyer, who really improved throughout the season and topped it all off with a race win at Cadwell Park.
In the runners-up spot, and proving that in this series, even consistently finishing in the top 5 is only good enough for first loser in the novices, is Liam Browning.
Our novice champion was Richard Bliss, an absolutely superb effort all season from Richard and a well-deserved novice champion trophy.
Well done guys. Bert, you've had your moment in the sun, so it's on to the overall championship results.
In third place was Duncan Stone, who had a solid season, peaking with a double race win at Alton Park.
In second place is our novice winner, Richard Bliss. Well done again, Richard, and congratulations on the extra pot.
Our champion for 2021, and it'll come as no surprise to anyone, is Nick Grindrod, who took a whopping 12 wins throughout the season. His experience and racecraft really shone through, and he's a worthy champion.
I would like to thank the BRSCC and the Nanking City Car Cup Championship for my trophy. I would also like to thank my fantastic team who have been behind me through all the highs and the 2 lows we had this year. Good luck to all competing in the 2022 season. See if you can beat my record.
So well done, Nick, and congratulations on the inaugural City Car Cup Championship. Although it could be said that everyone involved is a winner, and it's the taking part that counts most. I mean, not by me, obviously.
Well, that's it from us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Turns out that's quite a bit harder than it looks, actually. Scott seems to be doing okay then.
You realise I've done less laps than you and I've already beaten your time by a second.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we're enjoying ourselves here in the simulator room at the Silverstone Interactive Museum. As you can see, it's quite difficult. I had a bit of a spin there. Speaking of constantly spinning, we should probably move on to the next section of our awards, which will cover the 3 championships that make up our thriving Mazda MX-5 paddock. Now, as we all know, you can never have too many MX-5s, so for 2021, a second standalone Mark 1 grid was created in the shape of the Mazda MX-5 Clubman Championship, while the pre-existing MX-5 Championship continued to be well supported as ever. Now, both title fights went right down to the wire at Brands Hatch, and along the way, the racing was as good as ever throughout the year. Now, to introduce the awards for both of these championships is a man who knows all too well what it takes to race an MX-5, both a Mark 1 and the newer Mark 3 generations, often in the same weekend. Here's Clapham North MOT's main man, George Grant, to do the honours.
Well, thank you guys for having me, and well done to everybody who took part in the 2021 Mark 1 Championships. The new Clubman Championships was an amazing addition. Even I had to take part, joining the party halfway through the season. But firstly, let's announce the 3 Clubman Championship winners. In 3rd place was Kevin Bert, consistently battling and finishing near the front. Well done, Kevin. In 2nd place was Rob Greensmith, who also takes the Masters Trophy in the Clubman Championship. And our first ever Clubman champion was Harry Storer, with 5 wins and a couple of podiums. Harry dominated the first ever edition. Congratulations, Harry. Now, one of the biggest in the country with packed grids and incredible action every race, the Mazda MX-5 Championship. And one thing is for sure, 2021 did not disappoint. In 3rd place overall was Brian Trott, who also takes the Masters Champion crown for 2021. In 2nd place was Jack Brewer. His Tucker Motorsport car could always be seen at the front end of the grid with 6 wins in 2021. What a great season, Jack. Extremely well done. But our champion for 2021 was Ollie Allwood, winning the championship for the very first time. And we'll remember his Cadwell Park outing where he took 3 wins. Superb season, Ollie. Many congratulations. So, that's it for me. Have a great evening, everyone.
You finished spinning yet, mate?
Look, this is a bit more powerful than what I'm used to driving. Give me a few more laps, I'll be right there.
Well, you got a second to find, so off you go. There's a good lad.
Then, challenge accepted.
While he does that, let's move on. Over in the Mazda MX-5 Super Cup, the grids were hitting record numbers, so much so that the championship ended 2021 as the best supported grid in the club's portfolio, an amazing achievement. For the second year in succession, the Super Cup was divided into both the pro and club classes, both equally as competitive as each other and never failing to put a show on track. To present these awards, who better to call upon than someone who also knows what it takes to win in a Mark III. She may have experienced the dizzying heights of competing in the W Series and starring on the Grand Tour, but she still enjoys the occasional foray back into the championship that sent her career into overdrive after she won the title back in 2014. Here's fan favourite Abby Eaton to present the top threes for both Super Cup classes.
Thank you, Scott and Andy, and well done to everyone who took part in the 2021 Mazda MX-5 Super Cup. It was another entertaining year with top competition everywhere on the field. But to the good part. First of all, let's announce the 3 club class winners. In third place was Richard Amos, who scored strongly not only in the club class but in the overall championship too. Second place, Clive Powells, who is also the top master driver in the club class. But our club class champion, Kevin Sylvain, who almost always finished inside the top 3. Well done, Kevin. Moving on to the pro class, which in my opinion is still the most competitive national championship in the UK, and one that I held dear to my heart when I won the title in 2014. Love it. Now, moving on to our Masters champion. It says here Martin Tolley. Martin's won something. Kidding, Martin. Well done and good to see you on the top step. Third place in the overall championship was James Cossins with a strong season, including wins at Croft and at Cadwell Park. But it was to be another second place finish for Jack Harding, who despite incredible performances with 4 wins and 10 podiums, just missed out on the title. Who could it have been to? Of course, our 2021 champion for the second year running, Sam Smith, who had an incredible season, including 7 consecutive race wins.
Hi everyone, it's your 2021 Mazda MX-5 Super Cup champion. Very sunburnt here in the Maldives. Those who know me will know this is probably one of the most awkward things I will ever do, and in front of a camera it just doesn't work for me. But anyway, it's been an incredible season. Thanks to everyone at the BRSCC, they've done an amazing job. It's still hard to go elsewhere to find the championship as competitive and as well run. A huge thank you obviously to BC Cars, Brian Chandler's team, who have done an amazing job all season. It's not an easy thing to win a championship back-to-back years, especially in a grid as competitive as it is. And again, Dan Payne and John Dyson, who prepare the car faultlessly every race, making my life a little bit easier really. So have a great night, and I'll get back to my pina colada.
Congrats, Sam. And let me tell you, I've raced against these 3 guys, in fact 4 including Martin, and it is a very, very, very tough series to go into with a lot of very, very high level drivers. So congrats to every single one of you. And a few people have been asking, what am I up to? You might have noticed I'm without some scaffolding, and some of you that maybe didn't know, I actually broke my back in October in a racing incident. It wasn't even a crash, it was quite boring to watch really. But hopefully my 22 plans are to race in the W Series again. I will hopefully get the go-ahead from my consultant tomorrow that I can actually officially remove my brace and start kind of cracking on with my rehab, and hopefully getting back in the car and maybe joining you guys again for another couple of races. But enough of me, and guys, enjoy your night, and yeah, hope to see you very, very soon. Thanks a lot.
We've now come to another part of the museum that shows off another one of the classic cars, this replica of this ERA, where Andy seems to be having fun. You enjoying yourself there, mate?
I thought it was still on the simulator, to be honest.
Well, you've done some more control on it, seems you're not going anywhere.
I'm never going to hear the end of that, am I?
Absolutely not. Now, we move on to the final set of awards, which cover the quintet of championships that make up the awesome Caterham motorsport roster. It's fair to say there's no such thing as a dull Caterham race, and that was proven correct all the way throughout the season, with constant drama and a host of new names to look out for in years to come. From the rookies in the Academy Championships through the various upgrade levels of Road Sport 270 and 310R, leading up to the pinnacle of Caterham racing in the prestigious 7 UK Championship, there were plenty of talking points and memorable moments.
First stop is the Caterham Academy Championship. In the green group, Mark Jones finished third, while Freddie Chiddicks took second place. The green group champion was Jeff Newman. Congratulations, Jeff.
Well, although the dinner got cancelled, I thought I'd at least make the effort by putting on a bow tie. I'm really proud to have won the championship because the competition was just so fierce, and these awards really represent personal growth from being a complete novice to a not such a novice. There are of course lots of people to thank, including the BRSCC and Caterham Motorsport, who put the championship together, as well as Love Cars, the title sponsor, who also produced some fantastic videos to bring the championship to life. And last, but by no means least, our amazing marshals, who were often the first to arrive and the last to leave, and thankfully dug me out the gravel more times than I care to remember. I hope to see many of you on track soon. Thank you very much.
In the white group, our third place driver was William James, second was Harry George, and our champion for 2021 was Charlie Lower.
Thanks so much BRSCC for this lovely trophy, and thanks for organising some amazing events this year. Big thanks to Quadlock, my sponsor, and Caterham for helping me out this year, and of course my dad, who towed me all up and down the country. So hopefully another one of these next year. Thanks so much.
On the Road Sport podium, the third place driver was Dominique Mansberger, second place was Hugo Bush, and Taylor O'Flanagan took the Road Sport title, following on from his strong 2020 season.
Evening everyone, thank you so much for the amazing award. It's a shame we're not all together tonight having a drink, but looking forward to seeing you all in the paddock in April. Have a good night.
And in the 270R Championship, Harry Ayre finished third with Carl Jones second. The 2021 champion was Blair McConaughey though. Congratulations, Blair.
Thank you very much for this award. It was a great season, great racing from the start. I had a lot of good battles with Will Rossetti, Rob Keogh, Stephen Lyle, Harry and Carl obviously pushing me to the end. Highlights of the season for me, I would say double win at Knock Hill. It was great to get it done on home soil in front of friends and family. Don't normally get that because I've got to travel so far, no one comes down to watch me. So close to getting the back to front win at Croft after an unfortunate incident with a tyre stack on race 1. Put me to the back. More unfortunate for Harry, sorry about the long front. And then the legendary night out at Cadwell is probably a highlight as well. Thanks for all the support I've had to my coach John Barnes. It was a not bad season after all. To Speedworks who helped with the car, setting it up off season and a few opportune moments through the season as well. And see everyone racing in 310. Cheers.
In the 310R Championship, James Winfield took third place, Pete Walters came home in second, and the 2021 champion was young Lewis Thompson, who takes a fantastic title after a superb season all the way through.
Hi everyone at the BRSCC Virtual Awards evening. Thank you so much for this amazing trophy. Wasn't expecting something so glamorous. Just like to say thank you for another fantastic year of racing. I would have loved to have been in person for this event, but obviously it's a shame that we have to do it virtually now. But I'd just like to say thank you to obviously all you guys, everyone at Caterham, also all my family and the team and everyone, just for being great support all year. So thank you very much and cheers to another good year in 2022.
For the first time running as a standalone grid, the Caterham 7 Championship UK crowned its second ever British Caterham champion, a driver who has been dubbed by some as the Roger Federer of Caterham racing after winning a title at every one of the 5 steps on the factory ladder. It's not a bad achievement, is it? But before we get to him, let's announce the full top 3 from the 7 Championship UK drivers in their entirety, starting with Gordon Sawyer, who picked up 3rd place, Henry Heaton, who finished 2nd, competing for the title until the very last round. But the 2021 British Caterham champion in the 7 UK Championship is Stephen Nuttall.
Hi everyone, good evening. So I'm delighted to be the Avon Tyres 7 UK champion for 2021. It's been a really, really tough season, both on and off the track, but I think when you have one of those seasons, it makes it more enjoyable and worthwhile at the end of it. I've had a fantastic year, really, really enjoyed it. I should say a huge thanks to Derek and David at DPR Motorsport, together with mechanic Lee, Andre the team boss in the 420 side of the garage, and Dan and all the others there at DPR have just done an exceptional job throughout the year. We've had some real challenges, but they never missed a beat, so a real statement of excellence. Thank you to those guys. Big thank you going out to my wife Maggie, my biggest, longest supporter, particularly because she's holding the camera, I can't possibly forget, but she's been there all the way through some tough times. But thank you Maggie, your support is invaluable to me. It's been a long time coming, this final Caterham Championship, but I'm really happy now to have got the set, as it were, across all 5 Caterham Championships. It's been a difficult but really, really enjoyable journey. But I've probably been doing it a long time now, so it feels like a few new challenges are in the pipeline for 2022, which probably means I won't be doing a full Caterham Championship year. But that's not to say I won't turn up and surprise a few maybe through the year. So I'll be watching with interest. It'll be nice to come and watch some races instead, but I hope you have a fantastic year. And to everyone else, enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
So here I am at the Silverstone Interactive Museum. This is the replica of the White Horse, frequented by many people in the village of Silverstone. And I'm really pleased to be here now to introduce the John Nicol Trophy. In memory of the late John Nicol, a former CEO of the BRSCC. It's presented annually by Debs Nicol to a person or organisation that has, in the opinion of the BRSCC and Debs, promoted the furtherance of motorsport. This year's winner has been working with his promotion and management company, Racing Line, in providing the championship management and support to the VW Cup many years ago when it was a part of the British GT F3 package. And more latterly, they managed the British Formula Ford Championship. That then morphed into the MSA Formula Championship, and of course more latterly the British F4 Championship, certified by FIA and powered by Ford. Under his guidance and promotion, the championship has delivered many global single-seater superstars, and its best year to date being 2021 with grids of up to 20 cars. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really pleased to introduce Debs Nicol to present the John Nicol Trophy to Sam Roach of Racing Line. Debs.
Thank you very much. Great honour. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, Sam.
Thank you, Peter. It's a really great honour for all of the Racing Line team, and comes at the end of running BRSCC championships for 2 decades now.
Sam, over those 2 decades, you must have seen many, many youngsters 15 years onwards. Memories of seeing them on the grid today in F1 and F3000 and F3 everywhere else?
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's what really made it all worthwhile, I think. You forget it sometimes in the drudge of the day-to-day, but when you look back on some of the names that have been through our paddock, and as you say, some in Formula One now, but others who are excelling in many different disciplines of motor racing all over the world, really makes me proud to have had a little part in their career.
And of course, with youngsters, you do get karting dads and pony club parents and things. Ever had any problems with team managers?
Peter, I've had many problems with team managers, but at this level of the sport, that's what it comes with. But honestly, it's the friendships and the memories with the drivers, with the teams, with our Racing Line team, with the suppliers. That's what's made this, that's what will stay with me.
Sam, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
So congratulations to Sam Roach of Racing Line for winning the John Nicol Trophy. And here at the bar, I've bumped into Scott Woodwiss. Scott, Will you introduce the Brian Jones Memorial Trophy, please?
Of course, Peter. So, this is the Brian Jones Memorial Trophy, one of 2 trophies that we have to present for the Formula Ford Festival, the magnificent annual single-seater contest that we host every year at Brands Hatch. Now, this trophy, of course, is in honour of the late, great Brian Jones, a fantastic commentator who was the voice of Brands Hatch, of the festival and of Formula Ford. And it was a magnificent occasion to present it for the first time by his family. And it was a pre-99 cars, which I know you have won yourself and that you raced that weekend as well. Magnificent race it was all the way through, but a very worthy winner who came from 3rd on the grid. He's a former champion of Brands and Castle Combe Formula Ford champion, and now the first ever Brian Jones Memorial Trophy winner. So Peter, if you could, please present it to the first ever winner, Matt Rivett.
Thank you. Well done, Matt. Matt, Brian Jones, great memories as Formula Ford races. We just remember his voice plus everything else. What are your memories of Brian?
Yeah, I mean, like Scott said, he was the voice of Brands Hatch, especially the festival. Numerous times I've been there as a racer and a spectator, and of course the high, wide and handsome line that people like Joey Foster perfected so well. And I was glad to win it by going high, wide and handsome around Brandon on the day.
Tough competition. There were 98 starters of all categories.
Yeah.
Were you under threat after the first couple of laps?
No, I was pretty determined, pretty confident, I must say. I was, there was, you know yourself, you've won races, and when things are going your way, you know it's going to be a good race, and yeah, that's the way it proved.
Well done, Matt.
Thank you.
First win of the Brian Jones Memorial Trophy. Thank you, Matt.
Cheers.
So congratulations to Matt Rivett, and I'm at the bar with Andy.
My natural habitat, some would say. Next we have the Neil Shanahan Memorial Trophy, which since 1999 has been awarded to the winner of the annual Formula Ford Festival in memory of the late Neil Shanahan, who tragically lost his life back in 1999. Now, this year's Formula Ford Festival was a particularly special event because it was the 50th anniversary. Can you believe that? 50 years of this extraordinary event. And this year we had one of the most competitive grids we've ever seen, some of the best racing we've ever seen, and a hugely deserving winner. So please, everyone, put your hands together for Jamie Sharp.
Jamie, on behalf of Liam and Mary Shanahan, it gives me great pleasure to present the trophy to you.
Thank you. Such an honour.
Neil Shanahan was an up-and-coming Formula Ford star. You, no doubt, are very much an up-and-coming Formula Ford star, having had quite a few years. What was that final race really like?
It was quite stressful from the start. Going into it from 6th, we had a good opportunity, but didn't expect to come out of it the way it happened. But yeah, quite a stressful race all the way through, but we come out on top, so I can't complain.
And just for those that didn't actually see the race, it is available on the BRSCC's YouTube channel. Tell me, how many laps did you actually lead the race?
It's about 6, I think it was.
About 6, yeah. I believe the lead changed hands many times. And of course, what was it like with that little river running across Paddock Hill?
It made it quite tough. There was one on the outside of Clearways as well, which just added to the extra pressure when you're leading the race. But yeah, it caught quite a few of us out through the race. So yeah, tough one. But
from the grandstands, I'm sure many of us not only congratulate you on this, but also we don't believe there was a lot of pressure. You drove a magnificent race. Well done.
Thank you.
The Bert Lamkin Memorial Salver is a perpetual award presented annually to the club member who has done the most to promote the name and interest of the club, usually over the course of a season or over a period of time, such as a few years, or over the course of their time associated with the club. This year, I'm incredibly proud to be able to present the trophy to a person who's been associated with the club for many years. I first came into contact with him during our management of the Compact Cup. He went on to assist with championship reviews, and in 2019 he was appointed as our Chief Operating Officer. Under Paul's guidance and management, the BRSCC has ridden out the last 2 years, the most challenging in its history, and he continues to deliver ideas, actions, and most of all, a passion for the club to succeed. The Bert Lamkin Memorial Salver for 2021 is awarded to Paul McEwan.
I had no idea. Absolutely no idea.
Seriously. Honestly.
Paul, for a man who's got his finger on the button, you did not know that, did you?
I had no idea. None whatsoever. Seriously? Thank you. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
Well, I'd like to, on behalf of the directors of the club and the members and the staff, just thank you for the inspiration that you bring, for a lot of the stress you bring, which is constructive stress, and of course, the team that you've put together with people like Greg Graham, Mandy, and all the guys at the office.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's only possible with the team. I think that the last 18 months have been a journey, but what a fantastic place to be. I just don't know what to say. I can see why I wasn't prepared and not given a script.
Paul, I'm quite proud I've kept that a secret.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Well done,
Thank you.
Paul.
And so, sadly, with that, the evening draws to a close. We've had a fantastic time here tonight, exploring all of the exhibits and, of course, crowning our 2021 champions. A huge congratulations, not only to the champions, but to everyone who took part out on track this season. And we look forward to seeing you all back again next year.
And that season kicks off in less than a month's time back here at Silverstone. So if you're getting involved, we'll see you then. If you want to find out information about any of the championships and series that you've seen here showcased tonight, be sure to check out the website, brscc.co.uk, for all information. It's set to be, once again, another barnstormer of a year with the BRSCC. I don't know about you, Andy, but I think we better get back in there. You know what Antoine's like when he's on the ale.
Yeah, I don't trust that lot at the bar. I think we best head back in.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you for more action on track in 2022 with the BRSCC. Take care.